Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Terri Mead, and I am...
You're not waiting for me to finish my bite?
No, I'm not. I'm here with my second child, Ray,
Hello.
who's normally further in the background. Ray is producing and editing this channel. And the last episode that I released on Tuesday was a little bit heavy, so I thought maybe what we would do is just lighten it up a little bit. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, you're going to eat that entire container. As I've mentioned in previous episodes, Ray and I have been cooking and blogging on Medium, and if you search up Cooking with Ray, R-A-I, or Time in Champagne, T-H-Y-M-E in Champagne, you'll go ahead and you'll find it. And then I share it out on all the social media platforms. And since August, we've posted, I think, almost 65 blog posts. Initially, it was just French, and then initially it was Julia Child, then it was French, and then we went global. So we tend to have some people over, and we take on the challenges if there are any sort of food restrictions or food preferences. And tonight we opted to do not only a roast chicken, because we wanted to make stock again for the week, and I was going to make a mulligatawny stew that required chicken.
But then we didn't.
Well, that's because we didn't have the chicken.
So we made the chicken tonight, and then we have the chicken for the stew tomorrow night. Which we made tonight.
Which we worked on today. And we'll go ahead and we'll insert some pictures from the from our cooking, right? You're going to be able to figure that out? Or you already know how to do that.
Yeah, I know how to do that. I don't know why you asked me if I can figure it out. Right now there's like a montage of them going through where it's first the one thing, and then it's moving on to the other thing, and...
I'll get that in a second. Anyway, so we had 3 different things going on tonight in terms of we were roasting the chicken, and then I decided to do some Persian rice, which did not turn out well. And then I looked at Persian side dishes, and I found a carrot, onion, date recipe that was
so good.
Really good. We are definitely going to be making that one again. That was super easy
too. You just chop up the stuff and put it into the pot, and then just let it cook.
Well, yeah, and you just put it into a saucepan with a little bit of olive oil, saute it, and then add some water, and then just let it steam. And initially I was a little concerned about it having enough flavor, but the dates ended up cooking down, and it really sweetened the carrots, and that was really good. So we will definitely be doing that one again. And then I found a crunchy, crispy chickpea recipe. So... Ray went ahead and made those. Those were a little bit spicy, and I felt like those should have belonged in a Chex Mix kind of thing. It was almost like a wasabi pea.
Yeah, they weren't really very good for just kind of having, because they were the kind of thing where you would just kind of grab a handful and snack on them, which doesn't really lend itself to dinner very well. But they were good. We put paprika and cayenne pepper.
Smoky paprika. Smoked paprika from Budapest. Budapest. My mom and dad went a couple years ago. The spice was still good. It hadn't expired, so we went ahead and opened up these cute little bags. I think I took a picture, and you'll go ahead and show it. So anyway, so my husband Zeke is now cleaning up the kitchen. He took the chicken that we didn't eat, he chopped it up, threw it into the mulligatawny stew, because we prepped that, and that was really easy to prep. And I wanted to use up the chicken stock that we made last week, and so we are now making. So we have on the burner.
When I was prepping that, because I cut up all the carrots and onions and stuff, and I didn't have to go and take a break and stop when I was cutting the onions, because my eyes were dying and pouring out tears. I didn't have to do that today, and I have no idea why, and I'm not complaining.
And the mulligatawny stew recipe is from a family friend. I don't think I've had it for over 20 years, and I don't think I've ever made it. So that'll be dinner a couple nights this week, or maybe some leftovers for lunch, because that was carrots, onions, celery.
Which is called a mirepoix.
And show a picture of the mirepoix. And then...
Did you take a picture of the mirepoix?
Of course. And then added in some flour and some curry. And that was actually pretty cool, as to see how quickly that soaked up the oil that was used to saute the mirepoix. and then added in the stock, and then I just put it on the back burner. And then the rice dish that wasn't very good, we've put all of that rice in there. We put all the chicken in there. Yeah. And I think I have to chop up some green apples and toss that in, so it gets like a little, I know, we'll have to see.
That's interesting.
I may wait to do that tomorrow night, and when I reheat it back up, and then I'll go ahead and do that. And then, well, at the same time, so the kitchen was a little crazy tonight. Yeah. Ray, you make sourdough bread every week.
I make sourdough bread every weekend. So I like make the dough every Sunday, and then I get up at like 5-ish every Monday morning, and I bake it before school. And it makes the house smell really nice, and it's a way to avoid starting my week on a down note, because Mondays suck. But they don't suck if you get to just sit next to the oven and smell fresh bread.
And do your homework.
That'll be, because I don't want to do it tonight, so I'm just gonna do it tomorrow morning.
We're doing this instead. So we had Ray was working on prepping the dough. We had the mulligatawny stew, and then we got the chicken into the oven, the carrots going, and then the chickpeas. So it was a little bit crazy, but we're pretty much set up for the week, because Tuesday night I have a tennis match. This will come out on Tuesday. You work, so I will pick you up, drop you off. You'll get to have leftover stew. I'll go to my match, and then maybe we'll cook again on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. That's usually what happens.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. So the chicken turned out great. We simply roast it. I don't even remember where I got this idea from, but you take a little bit of baguette, you slice 3 slices of baguette, put that on the bottom of like a Dutch oven, and then put the chicken on top of it.
So that it doesn't burn or anything?
Yeah.
And there's like a little bit of airflow and something?
Oh, it's
also
perfect.
We didn't use baguette this time. We used the last of last week's sourdough, because we had like a bit left.
We have a little bit left.
Chopped it up, plopped it in there.
Yeah, because you do 2 good-sized loaves of sourdough. So last week for 2 nights we had tartines with tomato soup, and those were, the slices are just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you'll show a picture of that, because that was just really good.
Okay.
Too.
This upcoming week, I have a friend who said she will always be willing to take an extra loaf of bread off my hands, so I might take her up on that offer, because I don't see us eating a lot of bread this week.
No, we might have it with the mulligatawny stew, and then I kind of have to figure out what vegetable we're going to have with dinner tomorrow night. I think maybe we'll do a salad with goat cheese and nuts and
16 different kinds of seeds
and craisins and everything else. I just realized we forgot to put the raisins in with the carrots, but I don't think it was necessary, and it called for currants, and Dad couldn't even find them.
Wait, we were supposed to put raisins in that?
Well, we were supposed to put currants in, but Dad couldn't find them at the grocery store, so he got raisins, and we forgot to put those in. I don't think they need it.
I didn't even read the recipe. I mean, I did read the recipe, but not that thoroughly, because Mom kind of took the lead on that one. I just did the chop, because I like to cut stuff up.
Yeah, no, it worked out well, because I was doing all the logistics of coordinating everything else. So it was a fun time. We work really well in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
There's some days where...
Yeah, there's some days when one of us is maybe a little bit off. So, but one of the things that we would love is if anyone has any suggestions. We made jerk chicken on Friday night because my tennis pro asked. He's been reading the blog, and so he asked if we could do something that was in the jerk family, and I thought jerk chicken would be really good. So prepped that on Thursday, made that Friday. It was really good. And so I'll put a link in the...
I dropped ice cream on my leg.
I'll put a link into the description to that particular blog post, because we will definitely be making that again. And we'll be making the slaw. It's a mayonnaise-less slaw that went really well with it.
It was so good.
Highly.
And Mom doesn't think it needed the mango. I just love mango, so
I thought the mango was good. Anyway, so we're open to suggestions on what you want us to cook. If you go back and read a couple of our posts. The process is we cook, I take pictures along the way, and then I go and write the blog post and insert all the pictures, and then Ray goes back and adds all the snark. So I'm very literal, and Ray adds the snark.
Yeah. That's my specialty.
Yep, it certainly is. So anyway, I think that's just about it. I think we have some ice cream to eat. It's hard for me to eat it and talk at the same time. You're doing just fine with that.
Yeah. No, I'm having no problem just sitting here and nodding along and eating ice cream.
And this was a nice reward or treat after you addressed 20 of the 100 postcards that we're sending off to Wisconsin voters to encourage them to get out to vote in April, in their primaries on April 7th. And
super fun times.
So I'll put a link in the description for how we got those, and because a lot of us are feeling somewhat powerless, and
especially if you can't even vote.
Yeah. So
super fun times.
Now we need to get your brother registered to vote. He's not playing nicely. Yes, 18-year-old, almost 19-year-old boy. I'd like to smack him upside the head. But anyway, so I think that's it for today. Anything else?
I just took a bite of ice cream.
Okay, so nothing more. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Feel free to leave any sort of comments in the comment section down below. We respond to all of them. And until Saturday, until our next episode. Did you forget it again? Okay. I gotta look at this up.
Take risks.
Okay.
Let go of perfection and above all else, have fun.
There we go. If you didn't get that, let go of perfection, take risks, and above all else, have fun. Oh, I forgot. Hashtag One Brave Thing. Every day this month, there's going to be a challenge as part of the hashtag One Brave Thing challenge. So you're definitely going to want to follow that on Instagram or out on Pinterest. And I push that out there. So once again, let go of perfection, take some risks, do some brave things, and above all else, have fun.
And eat ice cream.